Well, Rosemary, we should start off by saying this all comes back to martial law declared in South Korea on December 3rd of last year, when troops, the military, are put in charge of law and order. So what is new today, we learned that South Korea's Prime Minister, Duck-Soo, has survived his impeachment trial over martial law. But the broader, bigger question that still looms is what's going to happen to South Korea's sitting president, who is in the middle of an impeachment trial of his own over martial law. So to take you back to these images, what we saw, what we all experienced here on December 3rd, South Korea's sitting president, now suspended president, I should say, because he's going through impeachment, Yoon Suk Yeol, he declares martial law because he says, from his point of view, there is a quote-unquote national emergency, excuse me. There's a national emergency. Nothing is getting done in the National Assembly that's part of his agenda. So he sends troops to the National Assembly to, from his point of view, send a message to opposition lawmakers. Of course, that is seen as horrifying to so much of the nation and the world. You're not supposed to have martial law in a democracy. So lawmakers vote to impeach the president, and they vote to impeach South Korea's prime minister. What we learned just a few hours ago, South Korea's top court said there's not enough evidence to suggest that the prime minister, Rosemary, was involved in the planning of martial law. So he returns to his duties. That means that the number 2 person on the food chain of South Korean politics is now back in charge of the country. Before, it was the number 3 person, the finance minister, carrying out the powers of the presidency. So now there is still this unresolved question. What is going to happen to the now suspended president? There were really no clues, Rosemary, in today's ruling as to what the justices are going to do. All we know is they have until June 26th to decide if South Korea's now suspended president stays or goes. Important because South Korea is such a crucial ally for NATO, the United States, much of the democratic world. Right now, the president still suspended, and that is a question that is looming over the society. What is going to happen next, Rosemary?
All right. Thanks to Mike Valerio, brings that live report from Seoul.